as proven by their high and growing rates of obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and other chronic deadly illnesses, the American food system is in a state of poor health. The state of this food system is largely due to the reliance on industrial agriculture and a promotion of quick and convenient foods. The Western pattern diet, as commonly eaten by people in the United States and other more westernized areas, typically relies on high amounts of fast and processed foods, refined sugars, red meat, and dairy. Our current method of food production, which is defined as industrial intensive agriculture, involves a very small number of farmers and attempts to increase yield per land space as much as possible. This leads to cramped conditions for farm animals and monocultures that do not promote diversity in diet. Historically, a much higher percentage of people grew their own food, ate locally grown foods, and harvested their own meat and dairy. The nutrient content of foods in agricultural biodiversity and crops was much higher back then, and people suffered far less from the common diet-related diseases experienced in the United States today. The shift away from this type of subsistence and toward industrial-intensive agriculture has caused countless health complications. However, some people are beginning to realize that their modern industrial food system is not providing them with a nutritious diet and is failing to keep their bodies healthy and fit. Here are a few examples of defectors at Berry College.
So I first became vegan because I started hanging out with another vegan who asked me if I knew where my food came from. That led me to do more research, and then I realized all the health benefits and the environmental benefits of becoming vegan on top of all the animal welfare benefits. The types of things I eat daily would probably be broccoli, spinach, hummus, peanut butter, or some type of nut, as well as lots of fruit throughout the day. And then I'll get some grains in with whether it be quinoa or like pasta, as long as it's 100% whole grain. I definitely feel that I have more energy all the time. The resources at Berry have been pretty crappy towards my diet. I mean, they provide enough for me to survive, but it's not like that appetizing. I can't eat anything that they cook anymore because it just makes me physically ill. A solution would probably be to have a vegan or vegetarian station. I think that would be the best option. Just do your research and be aware of where your food comes from. And just be more compassionate, because these animals are giving their lives so you may live. You should be respectful of that and not just treat them like objects. Like, this is a living thing.
My alternative diet lifestyle is vegetarian, and so I don't eat meat or fish. On a regular basis, I eat salad a lot, salad and vegetables, occasionally pasta, but not usually. So those are definitely my staples. Once I became a vegetarian, I became really aware of what I was eating, and I had to make sure I was eating more. The resources at Berry College have actually improved my diet. When I'm here, I've got a salad bar, and they've always got vegetables in the comfort food line. Salad is always accessible to me, and I enjoy salad, and so it forces me to eat better. Plus, when I'm here, I don't have my parents buying me food. I can only buy my own food, and so it forces me to go to D Hall a lot more. I like D Hall. Everyone always complains about it, but I never have a problem with it.
I became a vegetarian because I was in high school and I had a couple of friends who were vegetarians, and they told me like about how the animals were like just kept in cages all day, and I just felt so terrible. And now that I'm a vegetarian, I have to consciously think about what it is that I can or just won't eat. It's affected my lifestyle because I think more about my food. I think more about where my food comes from and what I am eating. So I go into D Hall and I see just all this stuff I couldn't eat. Like once I went in and they had lima beans with bacon. And I didn't understand why they did this. If they just expanded like their hot sections like with more vegetables. No one wants starch all the time. It's not very good for you to do that. And then if you have vegetables, just leave them as vegetables. You don't need to add bacon. When I go to Valhalla, it's just very limited sections for me to eat at. So it wasn't really surprising when I found out I had an iron deficiency after my first year. It just wasn't really getting what I needed. I just like transparency. Like I'd like to know where my food is coming from.
As a whole, I don't eat grains except for oats. And I I try to eat a lot of meat for protein, and I eat vegetables and fruits. I try to avoid most anything that's processed. My go-to meals around here are obviously salads in the dining hall, and I cook a lot, so I'll cook things that just kind of have chicken and vegetables and things like that. And then snacks, I eat a good bit of nuts. When I eat, I don't feel tired afterwards. Like a lot of times that's how your body feels because it's doing so much work to digest. But if you eat foods that your body digests better, which more natural foods, it doesn't pull as much energy from you because your body knows how to digest it really well. I'm in college, like we don't like to spend a lot of money, and fast food doesn't have a lot of options. There's salads sometimes, but there's always challenges when you're with friends in college. A lot of times we'll be like in the car trying to decide where to go, and I know that somewhere like if someone wants to go, I'm not gonna have anything to eat there. I definitely get a lot of judgmental views for the way that I eat. Valhalla is the biggest problem for me as far as food comes. I'll get like a grilled sandwich and just not eat the bun. So that's okay, but you end up just spending a lot of money and getting I don't get very full eating that. It's hard knowing that I pay for a meal plan and I already pay for this food, but I'm going to go and spend extra money on food outside of that. It's not convenient at all. That's another challenge with eating this way, is planning your budget and planning your meals. It takes a lot of time.
I try to be intentional with the food that I eat and make sure that I'm choosing healthy options. I can't really remember the last time that I ate fast food. I try to avoid bread in general and white flour, and I'll eat oatmeal as far as grains go. I care about what I'm putting in my body, and I want to take care of myself physically. When I eat healthier food, I have more energy throughout the day. Typical things I eat are hummus and carrots. I eat raw veggies. I really like almond butter and just whole almonds, any kind of nuts really. A lot of fruits and vegetables. People respond to my diet differently. Sometimes it's difficult because they'll all want to go to Taco Bell, and there's not really anything on the menu that I would like to eat at Taco Bell, and so I try not to ever make it a big deal. If I know that people are going somewhere that I'm not gonna find something to eat, I try to eat something beforehand or bring something with me. The resources at Berry, I don't know if I would say that they've negatively or positively impacted my diet. D Hall does have some good, they have a salad bar and they have vegetables, but I feel the variety of fruits and vegetables has been poor. I feel in general their options are more catered towards people that wouldn't necessarily wouldn't care as much about eating healthy. So it does make it difficult, I think, as a college student. I wish that there was kind of a way that we could go back to how things used to be and how culture and society they grew their own crops and grew their own food, and so we all the vegetables and the fruits contained all the vitamins and nutrients and minerals that we needed. We lost the nutrients that our foods once contained because we've become a society that just wants fast and what's convenient, and we don't care as much about the important nutrients.
Berry College has begun taking strides to promote healthy lifestyles among students. The school has hired a nutritionist who has introduced several alternative food options in the dining hall. Today, every food in the dining hall is labeled with a nutrition card, displaying its ingredients and which alternative diets it fits into. Students also have access to the sauté station, at which a dining services team member will cook fresh vegetables upon request. Dining management encourages students to request specific items and practices that would be helpful to them. Dining Services has a suggestion board posted at the dining hall entrance, as well as an Instagram account and texting hotline. Although United States culture has encouraged high-sugar, processed foods for generations, change is taking place as individuals are learning of the harmful side effects of this eating trend. Many Americans today are opting for cleaner diets, focusing more on raw, plant-based foods. It can be difficult choosing a countercultural diet in this fast-paced society, but those who dedicate their lives to eating alternatively know that it is possible. I noticed that I slept better when I changed my eating habits, and I just had a lot more energy.
To me, it's worth it.
It's definitely changed who I am.